Harrington and Richardson was in business from 1871 to 1986, and they did make some interesting, although rather inexpensive revolvers, including this auto-ejecting Model 3 in 32. We're going to talk about it. Thanks for dropping in while we take a look at this H&R, or Harrington and Richardson, auto-ejecting Model 3. This is on loan to me from my friend Harry. He's loaned me several other guns. We took a quick look at a Colt 38 police positive here recently. So now we're going to talk about the 32 caliber. Now I'm not sure if this is 32 Smith & Wesson or 32 H&R. We'll talk about model designations here in just a minute. But this is the auto-ejecting Model 3. This particular gun was made, this model was made from 1896 to 1940. I don't have a specific date on this, but the information that Harry passed on to me was it certainly definitely predates World War II. Of course, that's when they stopped making this, about World War II. They made this originally in 32 Smith & Wesson and 32 H&R caliber. There is no model designation or no caliber designation on this gun, which tells me that it is one of the early productions of the Model 3, so therefore it certainly predates the 1940. And again, on the top, you can't really see it in the camera here, but it does have the Harrington and Richardson, has the address, also has patent dates on it, and there's no caliber markings on the side of the barrel. Even when I put this under a magnifier, there's nothing there. And because of that, that tells me that it is one of the early editions, because in the later editions they didn't have the patent dates and they did have the caliber designation on the gun. This is a top break auto-ejecting. Now I say auto-ejecting because as you open the cylinder, the ejector rod pushes the cartridge cases out and then snaps back. It's a 5-shot 32. Put 5 rounds in the cylinder, close it back up, and you can see the hinge locking mechanism actually incorporates what little bit there is of a rear sight. Not something you really want to speed load, but hey, for the vintage, what the heck. One thing I found interesting about this is that it's a nickel gun. I'm not sure if it was re-nickeled or not, but it has a blued trigger guard assembly. So I don't know if that was an afterthought, if that's how it came. I can't find any information on that. But little gun, 3-inch barrel, about a 7/8 of an inch long cylinder, hard rubber grips with a I don't know if you can see it there or not, just a little Target logo on it, which again helps date this the gun. Double action only, and it's got a long double action pull. It does have reasonable lockup considering the vintage. So Harry's story on this. Apparently his grandfather had been a coal miner and businessman, but some time ago moved up to the Michigan area, and Harry's grandfather was a minister down in Detroit. Apparently he got associated with a group that appeared to have religious intentions, but maybe that wasn't the case, and he got a little concerned for his safety when he left the group just about as quick as he got into it. So he purchased this 32 caliber, and the one thing you notice on the front sight is it is actually, or was, a penny. So maybe when he bought it, it didn't have a front sight on it. So he milled a penny into the front sight. Again, I don't know how accurate it is. We don't have any ammunition. We didn't shoot it. So he was in Detroit in the early 30s, and when Harry brought the gun to me, it actually had this leather holster. And the story on the holster is, it just barely fits, well, actually the gun will be pretty much swallowed up in that holster. But apparently the holster belonged to Harry's grandfather's brother, a guy by the name of Willie. And Willie was apparently a cowboy somewhere out west, and that was the holster for the gun that Willie carried. Well, Harry's grandpa adapted the holster for the 32, and the 32 caliber and the revolver and this holster have been together ever since. So interesting, a little bit of family history. It's not the first gun. In fact, this is about the 3rd or 4th gun that Harry has loaned me to take a look at that's got some vintage history behind it. Rather interesting little piece. 32 caliber, H&R top break 5-shot auto-ejecting Model 3. Thanks for dropping in while we take a look at this interesting little piece of history.